Yeah, so it seems like at some point, the practitioner or just any individual really needs to have some sense of, or self-surrender, needs to go through a process where they're surrendering and just kind of...
Well, if you have a heart, yeah, it's going to have its way if you have a heart. See, the heart is given to you to give to others, so self-surrender is like the reality. The idea is to become enlightened so that you have an ultimate level of grace to offer other people, and humor maybe, and maybe even power and freedom, liberation to other people. See, so yeah, you need examples. In every case, in every person's life, they've been guided by examples. See, and each example that you are guided by or devote yourself to in terms of your learning process, you need to match it to a certain degree, and if possible, master what it is. Because we're talking about the universe being infinite, so it's not just about single things, but there could be one teacher for certain people that is more than enough for them. So nobody should have the idea that, oh, well, I have a teacher, but I'm not supposed to have a teacher because I'm supposed to be the teacher. Right? That is not the path. That's an ultimate sort of realization. But when you're speaking in terms of your self-building aspects, then that's limiting and inhibiting the creative from expanding into what the master is. See, as the heart is the universe. Because the real master doesn't care what you do to yourself or with whomever. They're not interested. They don't want to own anybody. They don't want to know anybody. They're liberated, so they couldn't care less. They say, who you? What are you doing here? How long are you here for? What do you owe me or I owe you, by the way? What's the debt here? I have better things to do. Right? Well, yes, no, you can sit here. Yeah, you should be here for a while. Right? Stop here and collect your forces here for however long it takes you to feel that, well, then you're ready to move on. Right? Because everybody should be moving. See? But that doesn't mean you have to go before your time. Right? We're saying that you should know when you're ready to move, if you have to move. But you've already realized that while you can gain a lot from certain teachers out there, they have a limit to what they can show you. And only you, the individual, can determine whether or not that limit is reached so that you can move on to a place that recognizes you more and informs you directly in the way that you really need to be informed and, let's say, pushed by the love of the process, or pushed gently by the love of the process, which is to become master, ultimately. But we don't mean that in egoic terms. So anybody say, oh, I'm the master, stop playing that. That's a hazardous precipice to be stepping upon. So it's hazardous. See? Because nobody's a master, yet everybody's a master. See, that's how paradoxical it is. So be careful, right? Because a master is not a person. When you speak of it in these terms, the master is nobody. And that's the one that you need to get in touch with if you want to become no one in the higher sense of the word.